right now you're so used to it. They've had blitz battles and bullet battles, and you've seen them streaming. It kind of maybe works against them, right? Because they're not intimidated. They're not scared.
Yeah, often you need to kind of be of a different generation in order to not have that fear factor. And okay, we're off. It's a Queen's Pawn opening. Magnus setting up. Will we see a Grunfeld, a King's Indian defense? It's normal openings though. No
I
basics.
would love to see the King's Indian. What are the chances, Si?
I vote Grunfeld. Good.
Oh!
King's Indian it is.
The King's Indian.
That's brilliant. I mean, I love it when Magnus plays the King's Indian defense. He does it occasionally. And this is quite an interesting way to move, David.
Yeah, a very rare move order here. We see already Abdusattorov, who's actually one of the best prepared players in the world, even at this tender age. He did pause for around 30 seconds there, and he eventually blocks this check with his knight. Black has options now, due to the fact that this white knight is pinned, you can jump into the center. There we go. Magnus asking questions. It's only move 6, but there is a strategic threat on the board to capture this white knight on c3. Abdusattorov, how's he going to react to this? I must admit, I'm not familiar with this exactly.
I was going to say, I mean,
Then, you know, the bishop can line up and another knight can move. It could get incredibly complex here already. And I was thinking now maybe the knight can move to attack that bishop, but I don't know if that works. I'd have to calculate this very carefully if I was going to play it. And as white, I don't really want to double my pawns. So I want to have an answer for knight takes knight. It's getting a bit complex at an early stage.
Yeah, this is the idea. You mean so that you don't have to double your pawns on c3, I guess, Simon?
Yeah, that's
Here you can play bishop to d2 and recapture next move.
yeah, and just try to say I've got a bit of a space advantage, but of course I say that, and he's got to double his pawns immediately. Which with the queen on b3 makes more sense because you've got the open file to try and tie down black's bishops there.
it's funny because it's sort of a Nimzo Indian structure, but black hasn't had to part ways with the bishop here in order to get it, right? And I wonder, David, how you would attack this structure. Again, don't play this opening or these positions. You said you're on your own too, because to me, black could consider playing c5 at some point, right? As slow as it is, just to fix those double pawns, and then try to re-maneuver the queen side where you do things like a Nimzo, where you play eventually, you know, the knight to c6 to a5 and b6 and bishop a6. And it's a slow game, but you say those are double isolated pawns that aren't going anywhere. And I wonder what type of plan Magnus will employ now that he has a target like that.
Yeah, exactly. E4, Nodirbek taking space here. I think we might well see your plan, Danny. It just makes a lot of sense, not just to
draw, Tanya? Oh,
It,
no,
I think it's
We're not
going to be
gonna
6
remind her of
glasses
that.
of water.
Let's cash in later.
6 glasses of water. Wow.
We talked about 1 weak pawn, suddenly 3 dropped off in one go.
Yeah, and that's how you do it, right? You strangle the position there. A boa constrictor is his style sometimes, right?
This is how Magnus burst onto the scene, just known as an endgame Friday.
This type of game.
Yeah.
Like I said,
I think it is really like the timing is so important. I mean, this is something that Bobby Fischer was famous for, timing things so well. And we saw that Lev, his timing wasn't right today. He didn't play G5. He didn't get that move in. On the other hand, Magnus just picking the time to make his breaks. Some really hard skill to learn that one, when to sort of change gear in a game of chess. But Magnus is one of the best in the world, and that probably the best in the world.
And I'm still thinking about what you said earlier, Syed. It's so hard to really understand where it went so wrong for Nodirbek. The move that we were pointing out, moving the bishop twice, that one small inaccuracy has cost him the game. Magnus has played flawlessly out of the opening. And just impeccable timing with picking up the pawn, taking away your opponent's counterplay. This is the Magnus golden touch in endgames.
great. I feel like that comment from chat must be sarcasm or something, because Nodirbek did not get a good position at the opening in this particular game. Yeah, in fact, I agree with you, Tanya. It's been Magnus. The little things done right in the beginning, he's going to win with black in the first game of a 4-game match, just like he did against Fabiano Caruana yesterday. We'll see if Nodirbek can strike back, unlike Fabiano.
It's under 10 seconds now, so he's very calm. These guys.
You're right. It's not over, but I think it's.
Oh, 4 seconds for Nodirbek. Make a
move down, population.
Oh, did
okay.
he? Made it.
Made it with less than 1 second on the clock, I think.
But another pawn falls.
Oh, very nice. Forces the rooks off.
Get out of here. Get out of here. It's just too... It's, yeah.
Too good. Here comes C4. It's explosive.
It's just the little touches, right? That rook exchange
And
was just
that's
brilliant.
it.
It resigns before the dynamite.
Over. Magnus Carlsen shows